What someone said yesterday sits beside your teacup now. A cold porcelain rim where the steam has faded down. You fold your paper notes with a tired, quiet grace, and watch the desk lamp cast a pale ring on the case. A pencil rolls 3 inches across the wooden grain, while distant tires whisper on the midnight lane. You straighten up the calendar, the date is out of reach, and listen to the silence that the evening hours teach. Your eyes are heavy as you turn the final page, an ordinary scene upon a lonely stage. You check the pocket, what your father left behind, and leave the heavy office far outside your mind. A salaryman walks slowly down the quiet street, with dust upon the leather of his tired feet. The city breathes in shadows under yellow lights, another nameless ending to a dozen nights. He leaves the glass tower where the hours slipped away, and carries home the quiet of another grave. No heavy tears are falling from his weary eyes, just steady observation under soul's dark skies. A crumpled receipt flutters from the woolen coat pocket. The subway card rests inside a worn leather locket. The convenience store neon flickers green and red, where tired men buy coffee just to clear the head. You trace a circle in the condensation glass and watch the empty taxis by the corner pass. The damp asphalt glistens from a passing mist, a list of small routines that time cannot resist. Your shoulders curve beneath the jacket's heavy tweed. A quiet kind of sorrow is the only creed. You step across the threshold in the darkened halls and watch the midnight shadows stretch along the walls. A salaryman walks slowly down the quiet street, with dust upon the leather of his tired feet. The city breathes in shadows under yellow lights, another nameless ending to a dozen nights. He leaves the glass tower where the hours slipped away, and carries home the quiet of another grave. No heavy tears are falling from his weary eyes, just steady observation under soul's dark skies. 3 pens stand upright in a chipped ceramic cup. The elevator cable pulls the morning up, before the sun can waken on the eastern pane. You fold your coat and start to trace the lines again. A life measured out in coffee cups and stamps beneath the flicker of the office desk side lamps. You close the ledger firmly with a quiet sound, and keep your quiet feet upon the solid ground. Oh, a salaryman walks slowly down the quiet street, with dust upon the leather of his tired feet. The city breathes graves in shadows under yellow lights. Another nameless ending to a dozen nights. He leaves the glass tower where the hours slipped away, and carries home the quiet of another grave. No heavy tears are falling from his weary eyes, just steady observation under soul's dark skies. A cup of tea grown cold, a pencil in the tray. The clock hand points to rest until the break of day. The weight of the chair stays pressed against your spine after the office lights have all turned blind. You watch the gray clouds gather in the street where exhaustion meets the pavement at your feet. The frozen drizzle taps the window pane like a quiet witness to your private strain. You fold your coat and turn the office key and walk toward the river silently. You count the hours lost inside a screen between what was and what has never been. The midnight wind blows cold against your face as you leave behind the narrow working space. Stay a little longer in the quiet dark where the midnight rain leaves a silver mark. Even if your youth is slipping fast away, your tired heart refuses to obey. Stay a little longer in this empty breeze like a heavy frost upon the winter trees. You don't cry out, you don't make a sound as the night keeps spinning round and round. The subway tiles are damp with winter frost. You search your pockets for what you have lost. A receipt, a coin, a faded business card, a life spent working just to keep it hard. The street lamps flicker through the heavy smog like distant beacons in a freezing fog. And every shadow cast upon the wall reminds you of the silence of it all. You wear your patience like a heavy coat, with a quiet whisper caught inside your throat. Your name is just a number on a page, locked inside a small and quiet cage. Stay a little longer in the quiet dark where the midnight rain leaves a silver mark. Even if your youth is slipping fast away, your tired heart refuses to obey. Stay a little longer in this empty breeze like a heavy frost upon the winter trees. You don't cry out, you don't make a sound as the night keeps spinning round and round. If you could trade the morning for the night, you would stay right here away from morning light. One more hour beside the vacant track before the clock begins to turn back. Maybe rest was never meant for you to keep. Maybe dreams are just a shallow sleep. But every dawn that finds you waking slow is another day you have to let go. Stay a little longer in the quiet dark where the midnight rain leaves a silver mark. Even if your chased away. Your tired heart refuses to obey. Stay a little longer in this empty breeze, like a heavy frost upon the winter trees. You don't cry out, you don't make a sound, as the night keeps spinning round and round. Rain on the street, cold on the glass. You close your eyes and watch the shadows pass. A sudden thought cuts through the quiet night. I watch a stranger standing by the stair. He wears the heavy gray of overtime, with tired shoulders and a vacant stare. A city street beneath the autumn chill. He checks his watch, then lets his eyelids close. A paper cup is gripped within his palm, where bitter caffeine meets the wind that blows. I trace his shadow on the concrete floor and feel the weight of every hidden year. He stands alone outside the glass front door, with silent questions that he holds so dear. Stay a little longer in the fading spark, like a tired office clock ticking in the dark. Even if the morning takes the quiet grace, your weary footsteps leave a heavy trace. Stay a little longer in this midnight chill, like a slow pulse keeping past the midnight still. I don't call out, I'll let the shadows blend and watch the asphalt stretch until the end. A neon sign reflects in puddles gray. A passing train disturbs the empty rails. He turns his collar up against the frost, while every story of ambition fails. The subway entrance swallows up the crowd. He hesitates before he steps below. A salaryman caught in the city's grip, with nowhere else he really needs to go. I wear his sorrow like a borrowed coat. It keeps me steady, it keeps me resigned. His quiet sigh remains inside my throat, a single echo left so far behind. Stay a little longer in the fading spark, like a tired office clock ticking in the dark. Even if the morning takes the quiet grace, your weary footsteps leave a heavy trace. Stay a little longer in this midnight chill, like a slow pulse keeping past the midnight still. I don't call out, I let the shadows blend and watch the asphalt stretch until the end. If I could trade the pressure for a breath, I would sit beside him on the cold stone stair. One more hour beneath the fluorescent glare, one more secret that we both can share. Maybe the labor never builds to peace, maybe the clockwork always stays the same. But every dawn that finds this pavement gray still whispers back a tired worker's name. Stay a little longer in the fading spark, like a tired office clock ticking in the dark. Even if the morning takes the quiet grace, your weary footsteps leave a heavy trace. Stay a little longer in this midnight chill, like a slow pulse keeping past the midnight still. I don't call out, I let the shadows blend and watch the asphalt stretch until the end. Rain on the pavement, lights in the dark. He's gone. leaving no mark. A small brass key rests on the wooden desk. The monitor reflects a tired face. Another shift has bled into the dark. I step outside and check my heavy pace. The subway gate is shuttered for the night. The neon signs of Seoul begin to blur. I cross the zebra lines of faded white and think of nothing that can still occur. I pull my coat against the midnight breeze. The briefcase pulls my arm down to the street. My shadow stretches long beneath the trees on tired, slow, and unremembered feet. Stay a little longer in this empty square, like a quiet breath of cold night air. Even if the morning brings the same routine, my weary eyes forget what they have seen. Stay a little longer in the asphalt street, where the clockwork days and quiet sorrows meet. I don't look back, I keep my steady tread, with all the unsaid words inside my head. Convenience store flickers orange and blue. A salaryman in rumpled suit goes by. We share a glance that says we both pull through. Beneath the vast and indifferent midnight sky, the ledger pages close inside my mind. The figures blur and fade into the gray. I leave the desk and all its weight behind, to walk the lonely miles until the day. I wear my quiet patience like a shield. It keeps me numb, it keeps me safe and low. The pavement yields to what the hours revealed, in shadows where the late night travelers go. Stay a little longer in this empty square, like a quiet breath of cold night air. Even if the morning brings the same routine, my weary eyes forget what they have seen. Stay a little longer in the asphalt street, where the clockwork days and quiet sorrows meet. I don't look back, I keep my steady tread, with all the unsaid words inside my head. If I could stop this clock from striking dawn, I would sit right here and watch the lanterns fade. One more hour before the night is gone, before the debt of living must be paid. Maybe every worker carries half a ghost. Maybe time is just a coin we spend. But every dawn that finds me at my post brings me back around to where I end. Stay a little longer in this empty square, like a quiet breath of cold night air. Even if the morning brings the same routine, my weary eyes forget what they have seen. Stay a little longer in the asphalt street, where the clockwork days and quiet sorrows meet. I don't look back, I keep my steady tread, with all the unsaid words inside my head. Key on the table, shadows in the dark. Another day is gone, leaving no mark. sudden coffee cup rings upon the desk. The monitor flickers with another row. You stare at the numbers until your eyes grow tired and wonder where the day had time to go. The elevator button stays lit in pale blue. Your tires loosen down to the second fold. You check the transit schedule on the glowing glass and step into the midnight air, so cold. You carry your briefcase like a leaden stone, walking the pavement where the shadows sleep. You whisper an answer to the empty street and count the quiet hours that you keep. Stay a little longer in the dim station light, like a tired commuter losing the night. Even if the morning waits to start again, your tired shadow lingers in the rain. Stay a little longer in this slow heavy air, like a forgotten promise on a vacant chair. I don't look back as the trains pull away, carrying the pieces of another great day. The convenience store window casts a yellow stain on the wet asphalt of the narrow alley floor. You buy a lukewarm can of vending machine tea and push slowly through your apartment door. The jacket hits the floor with a heavy drop. The mail sits unopened by the metal lock. You sit in the dark beside the quiet windowsill and listen to the ticking of the clock. You carry your briefcase like a leaden stone, walking the pavement where the shadows sleep. You whisper an answer to the empty street and count the quiet hours that you keep. Station light, like a tired commuter losing the night. Even if the morning waits to start again, your tired shadow lingers in the rain. Stay a little longer in the slow heavy air, like a forgotten promise on a vacant chair. I don't look back as the trains pull away, carrying the pieces of another great day. The alarm clock stopped ringing for a single year. Would anyone notice that you stayed in bed? Or would the office desk just keep your vacant shape with all the unsaid words inside your head? Maybe the work is just a way to pass the hours. Maybe the city only knows your hurried stride. But sitting in the dark with your loosened tie, you hide the weary exhaustion deep inside. Stay a little longer in the dim station light, like a tired commuter losing the night. Even if the morning waits to start again, your tired shadow lingers in the rain. Stay a little longer in the slow heavy air, like a forgotten promise on a vacant chair. I don't look back as the trains pull away, carrying the pieces of another great day. Jacket on the chair, clock upon the wall. Another day is gone, and no one calls at all. The sound from the street of a late taxi turning, a cup on my desk where the black tea is cold. My friend, do you know how the hours keep burning? While sitting right here till the office turns old. The ledger is closed and the monitor sleeping. The screen casts a ghost on the pale window glass. We traded our youth for the minutes we're keeping, and watched all the bright autumn weekends pass. You pour out a sigh in the dim fluorescent flicker. We talk of the days when our steps were unbound. Now coffee gets bitter and midnight gets thicker, and neither of us knows what truth we have found. Stay here beside me in this quiet gray room where the clock ticks away in the soul midnight gloom. We carry our burdens through subway and street, with dust on our coats and worn soles on our feet. Stay just a moment while the rain starts to fall, before we step out to the end of it all. No need for answers, no questions to make, just share this small space for our tired hearts' sake. The elevator drops with a heavy steel sighing. We step to the curb under gutters that leak. My friend, are you tired of always complying and biting your tongue when you needed to speak? The neon signs blur in the wet asphalt spaces, reflecting the weight of a salary man. We hide our fatigue behind steady built faces, and do all the things that a tired heart can. You tighten your scarf against winter's first shiver. We share half a smile at the platform below. Our shadows are cast by the dark hand river, with nowhere we urgently need to go. Stay here beside me in this quiet gray room where the clock ticks away in the soul midnight gloom. We carry our burdens through subway and street, with dust on our coats and warm soles on our feet. Stay just a moment while the rain starts to fall, before we step out to the end of it all. No need for answers, no questions to make, just share this small space for our tired hearts' sake. If tomorrow demands that we put on the tie and march back in line at the stroke of 9-5, then let us stay anchored as hours drift by, and prove for tonight that we still feel alive. The desk drawer is locked and the building is dark. We leave our small lives in the space we survived. Stay here beside me in this quiet gray room where the clock ticks away in the soul midnight gloom. We carry our burdens through subway and street, with dust on our coats and worn soles on our feet. Stay just a moment while the rain starts to fall, before we step out to the end of it all. No need for answers, no questions to make, just share this small space for our tired hearts' sake. Rain on the curb, train down the line, clock out and rest for one more night. A number on a clock at 3:30. The office floor is quiet as the grave. I pack the empty desk and turn the key, and count the hours I could never save. A bitter wind blows through the concrete square. The final subway train has drifted past. I fix my coat against the midnight air and wonder how much longer this can last. A stranger sits beside me on the stone with tired eyes that mirror all of mine. We share the heavy night, two ghosts alone beneath the blinking red neon sign. And the office clock still ticks inside my head, a ledger full of words I should have said. The salary of sorrow month by month for all the simple dreams we put up front. The midnight rain dissolves the pavement dust. We rust away like iron touched by rust. A salary of shadow and regret, a day of working hours I forget. The coffee in the paper cup is cold. The street lamp casts a sickly amber stain. A story that has worn its welcome mold, reflected in the window pane of rain. He nods at me without a single word, a quiet fellowship of endless strain. The hardest thing that voices never heard is how we sell our youth to pay the chain. A stranger sits beside me on the stone with tired eyes that mirror all of mine. We share the heavy night, two ghosts alone beneath the blinking red neon sign. And the office clock still ticks inside my head, a ledger full of words I should have said. The salary of sorrow month by month for all the simple dreams we put up front. The midnight rain dissolves the pavement dust. We rust away like iron touched by rust. A salary of shadow and regret, a day of working hours I forget. A morning comes to wash the dark away, it only brings the ledger back to view. Another 50 years of quiet gray, another sunrise I must push right through. We stand together as the light grows pale, two tired travelers who missed the rail. And the office clock still ticks inside my head, a ledger full of words I should have said. The salary of sorrow month by month for all the simple dreams we put up front. The midnight rain dissolves the pavement dust. We rust away like iron touched by rust. A salary of shadow and regret, a day of working hours I forget. Empty square, fading light, another day into the night. A small object on the table, a plastic badge with a faded face. You stare at the walls of the cubicle, trapped in a quiet and narrow space. The computer screen casts a pale blue glow on tired eyes that have forgotten sleep. You type out numbers nobody will know and bury the heavy sighs you keep. You check the clock as the minutes crawl. Another evening slips right through your hands. A shadow stretches against the glass wall. in this forgotten office land. Is this the life you meant to choose? Walking the path where the weary lose, with a briefcase full of yesterday and a heart that slowly fades away. You take your coat from the metal chair, step out into the freezing soul air. No one is waiting at the subway gate, just a dark night and another day too late. The fluorescent bulb flickers overhead, like your own spirit barely keeping light. You think of the comfort of your empty bed, far away through the damp and empty night. The coffee in your paper cup is cold, just like the promises made years ago. You traded your youth for a story untold, walking the pavement where the bitter winds blow. You turn the key in the silent lock, the hallway floorboards make a tired sound. You watch the second hand on the wall clock as silence wraps its arms all around. Is this the life you meant to choose? Walking the path where the weary lose, with a briefcase full of yesterday and a heart that slowly fades away. You take your coat from the metal chair, step out into the freezing soul air. No one is waiting at the subway gate, just a dark night and another day too late. If you could trade this routine for a dream, would you remember how it felt to fly? Or are you just drifting downstream under a heavy and starless sky? Tomorrow the alarm will ring again, before the sun even touches the street. You will put on your armor once more and then walk back to where the gray shadows meet. Is this the life you meant to choose? Walking the path where the weary lose, with a briefcase full of yesterday and a heart that slowly fades away. You take your coat from the metal chair, step out into the freezing soul air. No one is waiting at the subway gate, just a dark night and another day too late. Desk lamp off, street outside is still. You close your eyes against your will. What someone said yesterday stays on the glass, while the morning subway car fills up so fast. A tired man in a navy wool coat swallows the lump that is stuck in his throat. I count the small tiles on the platform floor and wonder what I am working here for. A paper cup leaking down on my shoe, a faded old photograph of a view. The clock on the desk moves its hands without sound as coffee gets cold while the papers pile round. I tighten my tie in the gray office glass and wait for the heavy white daylight to pass. Little gray hours in a working man's day, chasing the sunlight and watching it stray. Nothing is broken and nothing is grand, just holding a pen in a trembling hand. Slow, quiet minutes that drift down the hall, shadows painted beige wall. I don't ask for much as the evening draws near, just peace in the quiet and time to stay here. The elevator button stays lit in the red, with names of the project still stuck in my head. A colleague is rubbing the back of his neck while checking the ledger for one final check. The street vendor's car by the subway station, sending up steam through the dark population. The stray dog is sniffing a torn paper bag while weary commuters begin down the drag. The clock on the desk moves its hands without sound. His coffee gets cold while the papers pile around. I tighten my tie in the gray office glass and wait for the heavy white daylight to pass. Little gray hours in a working man's day, chasing the sunlight and watching it stray. Nothing is broken and nothing is grand, just holding a pen in a trembling hand. Slow, quiet minutes that drift down the hall, shadows stretch long on the painted beige wall. I don't ask for much as the evening draws near, just peace in the quiet and time to stay here. If I could sit on a bench by the stream and trade all these ledgers for one simple dream, I would leave every file on the mahogany desk and leave all the stress in the twilight grotesque. Maybe the weight is just part of the floor that keeps us all walking right through the same door. And every dust that brings shadows to rest just tells me I survived another hard test. Little gray hours in a working man's day, chasing the sunlight and watching it stray. Nothing is broken and nothing is grand, just holding a pen in a trembling hand. Slow, quiet minutes that drift down the hall, shadows stretch long on the painted beige wall. I don't ask for much as the evening draws near, just peace in the quiet and time to stay here. Coffee and paper, street in the dark. Another day older, leaving its mark. The color of the light against the pane draws a quiet line across your face. You sit alone inside the empty train, leaving far behind the marketplace. The desk clock ticks at 10:30 at night. The ledger pages close without a sound. Your heavy coat is folded neat and tight as weary footsteps press the concrete ground. You breathe a sigh into the hollow hall and watch the shadows stretch along the wall. The office keys drop softly on the stand, with nothing left to hold inside your hand. Stay a little longer in this dim retreat, where tired echoes wander down the street. Even if the morning takes your sleep away, the midnight stillness asks of you to stay. Stay a little longer in the falling gray, like sound, while silence keeps its heavy circle round. The subway tunnel hides the quiet rain. A neon sign flickers on and off. You press your forehead to the freezing train and swallow down a dry and silent cough. The city sleeps beneath a blanket gray. Another shift is filed and put away. Your reflection lingers in the glass, watching all the phantom hours pass. You wear your patience like a tailored suit, while winter winds outside are sharp and mute. The name of nothing sits upon your tongue, an anthem that was never really sung. Stay a little longer in this dim retreat, where tired echoes wander down the street. Even if the morning takes your sleep away, the midnight stillness asks of you to stay. Stay a little longer in the falling gray, like a quiet debt you have to pay. You do not speak, you do not make a sound, while silence keeps its heavy circle round. If you could trade the sunrise for an hour of quiet darkness in this rented room, you would surrender every bit of power and rest inside the safety of the gloom. Maybe the dawn is just another test. Maybe the labor never knows a rest. But every night that finds you walking home still leaves your weary spirit here alone. Stay a little longer in this dim retreat, where tired echoes wander down the street. Even if the morning takes your sleep away, the midnight stillness asks of you to stay. Stay a little longer in the falling gray, like a quiet debt you have to pay. You do not speak, you do not make a sound, while silence keeps its heavy circle round. Rain on the steel, clock on the wall. You close your eyes and let the darkness fall. The weight of the chair against my tired spine reminds me of hours I cannot unwind. A coffee cup rings on the dark wooden grain as twilight surrenders to neon and rain. My jacket hangs heavy with dust from the floor. I turn the brass handle and step through the door. The subway is quiet, the platform is gray. I carry the silence that carried the day. Stay a little longer in the quiet street, where midnight and memories softly meet. Even if the office lights are burning low, there is nowhere else for my ghost to go. Stay a little longer as the train departs, with tired old shadows and heavy hearts. I don't make a sound in the empty car, just watching the flicker of one distant star. A calendar page turns without any grace. reflecting the fatigue upon my own face. The numbers keep marching from Monday to night, while paper stacks bury the last of the light. My leather-bound planner is locked in the drawer, with promises made that don't matter no more. The avenue stretches in asphalt and blue, and every slow footstep still echoes of you. Stay a little longer in the quiet street, where midnight and memories softly meet. Even if the office lights are burning low, there is nowhere else for my ghost to go. Stay a little longer as the train departs, with tired old shadows and heavy hearts. I don't make a sound in the empty car, just watching the flicker of one distant star. If I could trade all the overtime hours to walk through the rain in those blossoming bowers, one more soft glance in the lobby's dim glass, before all the years let the two of us pass. Maybe the city was never to blame, maybe the seasons just whisper your name. And every late morning that pulls me apart still finds me clocking in deep in my heart. Stay a little longer in the quiet street, where midnight and memories softly meet. Even if the office lights are burning low, there is nowhere else for my ghost to go. Stay a little longer as the train departs, with tired old shadows and heavy hearts. I don't make a sound in the empty car, just watching the flicker of one distant star. Rain on the glass, time slipping fast. You are gone, and the night lingers on. The color of the light upon the desk turns navy blue as office hours end. A plastic cup of lukewarm barley tea, a silent note to which we all attend. He rolls his sleeves and fastens up his coat. The elevator bell rings out so slow, through empty floors where paper shadows drift. He joins the tired river down below. He checks his watch beneath the subway glow. The last transaction presses on his mind, a life measured in spreadsheets and receipts, and all the gentle hours left behind. Stay a little longer in the quiet station, like a tired shadow losing its direction. Even if the morning brings another train, his quiet fatigue remains the same. Stay a little longer in the asphalt pavement, like an unspoken contract for replacement. He does not speak, he does not raise his head, just follows where the subway lights are led. Leather briefcase carries heavy stone, a contract signed at 11:15. A subway window mirrors back his face beneath a sky that forgot how to reckon. He steps outside into the midnight frost, the convenience store is buzzing neon green. He buys a single pack of mild clove mint and stands apart from every passing scene. He folds his scarf around his weary neck. The midnight wind cuts sharp against the street. A salaryman drifting through the dark with heavy dust upon his worn-out feet. Stay a little longer in the quiet station, like a tired shadow losing its direction. Even if the morning brings another train, his quiet fatigue remains the same. Stay a little longer in the asphalt pavement, like an unspoken contract for replacement. He does not speak, he does not raise his head, just follows where the subway lights are led. If he could drop the briefcase on the floor and let the asphalt swallow up the time. One more hour without a deadline's call, one more reason to forget the climb. Maybe the city never really sleeps, maybe the numbers keep their steady score. Yet every dawn that finds him walking back just leads him to the same revolving door. Stay a little longer in the quiet station, like a tired shadow losing its direction. Even if the morning brings another train, his quiet fatigue remains the same. Stay a little longer in the asphalt pavement, like an unspoken contract for replacement. He does not speak, he does not raise his head, just follows where the subway lights are led. Train on the track, light on the floor. He steps inside and shuts the door. Why does the plastic keycard feel so cold against the tired skin of your right hand? You traded every quiet year you owned to pace the carpet of a hired land. The desk calendar still reads yesterday beneath the puddle of a green desk lamp. You let the best part of your spirit fray to sign your name beside a paper stamp. You stare into the coffee in your cup and watch the dark reflection slowly fade. You never had the strength to look back up or ask for half the price that you have paid. Sleep a little longer in your heavy coat, like a tired sailor in a leaky boat. Even if the morning brings another task, you wear a tired smile behind a mask. Sleep a little longer under neon glow, like a tired actor in a winter show. You do not make a sound, you do not weep, just count the hours until you fall asleep. The elevator cable starts to groan between the 20th and bottom floor. You ride the metal box so by your loan and watch the closing of the rubber door. The office window catches city lights that flicker in the smog of soul tonight. You spend your youth on fluorescent heights and call the quiet exhaustion treat alright. You check the silver watch upon your wrist and wonder where the younger years have gone. They slipped away into the morning mist before you had the chance to wake them on. Sleep a little longer in your heavy coat, like a tired sailor in a leaky boat. Even if the morning brings another task, you wear a tired smile behind a mask. Sleep a little longer under neon glow, like a tired actor in a winter show. You do not make a sound, you do not weep, just count the hours until you fall asleep. If you could meet the boy you used to be before the ledger books took all your time, would he be proud of what you let him see, or would he turn away from all your climb? Maybe the steady salary was worth the quiet dying of your inner fire, but every midnight transit brings the dearth of any dream you used to call desire. Sleep a little longer in your heavy coat, like a tired sailor in a leaky boat. Even if the morning brings another task, you wear a tired smile behind a mask. Sleep a little longer under neon glow, like a tired actor in a winter show. You do not make a sound, you do not weep, just count the hours until you fall asleep. Key card on the tray, shadows on the floor. Another shift begins behind a locked door. Reads 2:30. A plastic pen rolls slowly on the desk. You sit across with tired eyes of blue and watch the midnight paperwork arrest. The coffee in your paper cup is cold. The ledger pages close without a sound. A heavy story waiting to be told by someone whose last hour has just been found. You fold your tie and slip your coat right on. The empty office whispers in the dark. We share a glance before the night is gone. A quiet stranger leaving leaves no mark. Stay a little longer in this empty room, where desk lamps flicker in the graying gloom. Even if the morning waits outside, there is no place left for us to hide. Stay a little longer by the quiet glass and watch the weary city shadows pass. I do not ask you where your heart will go. We share the secret that the workers know. The elevator cable makes a sigh as down we drop from floor 12 to the street. I watch the silver tear fall from your eye, where asphalt and our tired shoes now meet. Another 40 years of ledger lines, another dozen trains that miss the track. We read the city by its neon signs and never looked behind to find our back. You fold your tie and slip your coat right on. The empty office whispers in the dark. We share a glance before the night is gone. A quiet stranger leaving leaves no mark. Stay a little longer in this empty room, where desk lamps flicker in the graying gloom. Even if the morning waits outside, there is no place left for us to hide. Stay a little longer by the quiet glass and watch the weary city shadows pass. I do not ask you where your heart will go. We share the secret that the workers know. If we could trade our briefcase for a dream, we would have spent it 20 years ago. We float together down a freezing stream, with nowhere left for either one to go. Maybe the dawn will bring another file. Maybe the coffee cups will all be new. Until the platform sees us for a while, I share this midnight silence here with you. Stay a little longer in this empty room, where desk lamps flicker in the graying gloom. Even if the morning waits outside, there is no place left for us to hide. Stay a little longer by the quiet glass and watch the weary city shadows pass. I do not ask you where your heart will go. We share the secret that the workers know. Rain on the pavement, lights on the street, two strangers parting with tired feet. A damp wool coat upon the subway seat. You stare right through the dim glass of the door. Your fingers trace a crease of receipt from all the overtime you worked before. The station tile reflects your tired eyes. A stranger sitting 3 short rows away, who wears the same tired look of compromise and counts the hours left of yesterday. You breathe a quiet sigh against the pain and watch the tunnel darkness blur the light. Another day surrendered to the strain, another silent surrender to the night. Rest your heavy head against the glass, let the midnight shadow slowly pass. Nobody asks how much you had to bear when all the empty stations disappear. Rest your heavy hands upon your knee, drift into the quiet reverie. Nobody knows the weight you leave behind inside the quiet corners of your mind. A paper cup of coffee gone quite cold, still rests between the boots upon the floor. The stories of the city left untold behind each heavy glass and steel framed door. The stranger across the aisle closes his eyes as if to block the neon on the wall. And underneath the flickering device, you share the quiet burden of it all. You breathe a quiet sigh against the pain and watch the tunnel darkness blur the light. Another day surrendered to the strain, another silent surrender to the night. You rest your heavy head against the glass, let the midnight shadows slowly pass. Nobody asks how much you had to bear when all the empty stations disappear. Rest your heavy hands upon your knee, drift into the quiet reverie. Nobody knows the weight you leave behind inside the quiet corners of your mind. If tomorrow asks for more than you can give, just let the iron rails keep carrying you home. There is a grace in simply choosing how to live when every weary traveler is alone. Rest your heavy head against the glass, let the midnight shadows slowly pass. Nobody asks how much you had to bear when all the empty stations disappear. Rest your heavy hands upon your knee, drift into the quiet reverie. Nobody knows the weight you leave behind inside the quiet corners of your mind. Steel tracks fading slow, empty cars that go. Rest your eyes tonight, far from morning light. A faded leather wallet on the seat. You left it when you stood to catch the train. I watch you walking down the empty street, through sheets of steady gray Gangnam rain. Your shoulders curve beneath the midnight chill. The office day is heavy in your pace. The digital clock upon the dashboard still reflects the tired sorrow on your face. I tap the glass to signal you to stay. My knuckles barely make a quiet sound. You keep on walking down the lonely way, with eyes fixed low upon the wet, wet ground. Rest your weary soul inside my side, like a slow guitar that fades into the night. Even if the morning brings a light, your heavy work day stays out of my sight. Rest your weary feet beneath this roof, without a word, without a single proof. I do not ask you why your eyes are dim. I only watch the shadows swallow him. The plastic badge still hangs around your neck, a quiet symbol of a life confined. Your youth has settled down into a wreck of endless duties that you left behind. The subway gates are closing down for good. The neon signs are turning into gray. You did the best a weary fellow could to carry all the burdens of the day. I tapped the glass to signal you to stay. My knuckles barely make a quiet sound. You keep on walking down the lonely way with eyes fixed low upon the wet, wet ground. Rest your weary soul inside my side, like a slow guitar that fades into the night. Even if the morning brings the light, your heavy work day stays out of my sight. Rest your weary feet beneath this roof, without a word, without a single proof. I do not ask you why your eyes are dim. I only watch the shadows swallow him. If I could take the ledger from your hand and burn the hours into yellow smoke, I would rebuild the quiet borderland before the heavy dawn has softly broke. Perhaps tomorrow brings another shift, another desk beneath the flickering wire. Until then, let this quiet current drift beside the embers of a dying fire. Rest your weary soul inside my side, like a slow guitar that fades into the night. Even if the morning brings the light, heavy work day stays out of my sight. Rest your weary feet beneath this roof, without a word, without a single proof. I do not ask you why your eyes are dim. I only watch the shadows swallow him. Wallet on the seat, rain upon the floor, you are out of sight behind the iron door. A smell in the air of cooling ink and rain. My leather briefcase sits beside the chair. 100 emails answer all my pain, while empty corridors breathe midnight air. The office clock moves forward, slow and blind. I lock the drawer and leave the past behind. This working day dissolves in shades of gray, an endless path I walk from dawn to dark. The salary arrives and slips away, leaving behind a quiet, heavy mark. A plastic cup of coffee turns to ice. The monitor reflects a tired face. We pay tomorrow for a measured price, confined inside this gray and narrow space. The elevator drops me to the street, where silent concrete greets my weary feet. This working day dissolves in shades of gray, an endless path I walk from dawn to dark. The salary arrives and slips away, leaving behind a quiet, heavy mark. If I could trade the hours for a breath of something real beyond the glass and steel, I would escape this slow corporate death and find the parts of life I cannot feel. This working day dissolves in shades of gray, an endless path I walk from dawn to dark. The salary arrives and slips away, leaving behind a quiet, heavy mark. Briefcase on the floor, shadow at the door. Silence takes the night. Texture of fabric upon this worn sleeve reminds me of decades I chose to believe. I look in my hands now, so spotted and gray, and picture the office I left far away. The desk by the window where midnight arrived, the coffee, the papers, the years I survived. I see my young self in the glass of the screen, a ghost in the shadows of what might have been. I turn down the heat in this quiet old room and watch the slow shadows that fill up the gloom. The pension has started, the papers are signed, yet still I return to the place left behind. Stay a little longer in the quiet of my mind, like a tired old ledger I left far behind. Even though the clock has finally stopped its race, my soul keeps returning to that narrow space. Stay a little longer in the glow of death's 12 a secret story I keep to myself. I don't call out loud now, I make not a sound. Yet all of those evenings are still floating round. The calendar hangs with no dates left to meet. The rain taps so softly against concrete street. I sit in my armchair and stare at the wall and wonder if anyone misses me at all. The suits in the wardrobe are gathering dust. The metal drawer handles are turning to rust. And sometimes I dream I am late for the train and wake up to find it is only the rain. I fold up my glasses and lay them aside with nowhere to hurry, with nothing to hide. The city sleeps under a blanket of gray while I count the minutes of yesterday. Stay a little longer in the quiet of my mind. Like a tired old ledger I left far behind. Even though the clock has finally stopped its race, my soul keeps returning to that narrow space. Stay a little longer in the glow of death's 12. Like a secret story I keep to myself. I don't call out loud now, I make not a sound. Yet all of those evenings are still floating round. If I could walk backward through decades of light and sit in that corner one more heavy night, I would tell that young worker who hurried so fast to cherish the hours before they all passed. Maybe the labor was all we could share, maybe the silence was waiting right there. But every old morning that wakes up my room still smells like the paper and office perfume. Stay a little longer in the quiet of my mind. Like a tired old ledger I left far behind. Even though the clock has finally stopped its race, my soul keeps returning to that narrow space. Stay a little longer in the glow of death's 12. Like a secret story I keep to myself. I don't call out loud now, I make not a sound. Yet all of those evenings are still floating round. Rain on the shingle, light in the hall, clock says it's late and I'm missing it all. The texture of fabric against your tired palm, a badge on your lanyard that gathers the dust. The city street stretches in bruised neon calm, where working your hours is all you can trust. You sit on the bench by the quiet tram stop and picture the future when you are 65. You wonder if time will eventually drop the heavy stone papers that keep you alive. You count up the decades in rows on a page, a lifetime of mornings behind a glass door. You step through the script of a foreseeable age and stare at the shadows upon the linoleum floor. Will you still be waiting for the weekend train when every single office loses all its light? Will you trade the ledger for the silent rain and leave the gray building to the empty night? Will you remember the way or you slip past between the fluorescent and the morning gray? A future of waiting for a peace at last that always seems miles and hours away. The coffee is bitter inside the round cup. The window reflects an old stranger who sighs. You fold up your jacket and slowly stand up, with smoke on your collar and dust in your eyes. The future arrives like an unwritten tax, a pension of silence in rooms with no view. You carry the burden of paperwork stacks and wonder if time left a corner for you. You count up the decades and rows on a page, a lifetime of mornings behind a glass door. You step through the script of a foreseeable age and stare at the shadows upon the linoleum floor. Will you still be waiting for the weekend train when every single office loses all its light? Will you trade the ledger for the silent rain and leave the gray building to the empty night? Will you remember the way or you slip past between the fluorescent and the morning gray? A future awaiting for a peace at last that always seems miles and hours away. If 60 arrives with a quiet release and frees all the hours you spent at the desk, will peace finally offer a lasting increase, or leave your tired spirit so faintly grotesque? Maybe the office will fade in the haze and leave you with nothing but streets in the dark, a lonely old man at the end of his days without any light or a tangible mark. Will you still be waiting for the weekend train when every single office loses all its light? Will you trade the ledger for the silent rain and leave the gray building to the empty night? Will you remember the way or you slip past between the fluorescent and the morning gray? A future of waiting for a peace at last that always seems miles and hours away. Streetlights flicker low, future comes too soon. You have nowhere else to go underneath the soul moon. Where do the exhausted shadows rest when the midnight office lights grow dim? I watch a stranger at the glass desk, wear his youth down to the bone and rim. He counts the figures on a glowing screen with tired eyes that forgot how to weep. A quiet ghost in a machine, too worn out to even dream of sleep. I see myself in that cold pain, a younger man who used to try so hard, trading his blood for office reign in the shadow of a corporate yard. Rest your weary head upon the desk, let the heavy clock slow down its beat. Even if the morning brings the test, tonight the silence claims the empty street. Rest your weary head and close your eyes, let the paper towers softly fall. I do not judge the silent sighs that answer back the office wall. He packs his briefcase with a slow despair and leaves the building by the side exit door. Passing the cold wind on the concrete stair, walking the same path I walked before. The neon signs flicker on the wet street where the late subway breathes its metal sigh. Two tired travelers who never meet, watching the midnight clouds drift by. I wear my past just like a coat, too heavy now for me to lift. A bitter knot inside my throat, a slow and quiet snow I drift. Rest your weary head upon the desk, let the heavy clock slow down its beat. Even if the morning brings the test, tonight the silence claims the empty street. Rest your weary head and close your eyes, let the paper towers softly fall. I do not judge the silent sighs that answer back the office wall. If I could whisper to that younger ghost, I would tell him none of this was real. The endless hours that he feared the most were just a shadow on a wheel. Maybe the legend never asked for tears, maybe the desk was always made of stone, and all the passing of the sleepless years just left us standing here alone. Rest your weary head upon the desk, let the heavy clock slow down its beat. Even if the morning brings the test, tonight the silence claims the empty street. Rest your weary head and close your eyes, let the paper towers softly fall. I do not judge the silent sighs that answer back the office wall. Rain on the pavement, darkness in the glass. The desk is empty, the hours pass.